Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to day one of the Sisters Shootout. We start with a rematch of a thriller last year between Henley and Banks. Henley won that game on a three by Kennedy Modine with just 5 seconds left. Cap off a fourth quarter comeback for the Hornets. 46-43 was the final in that one. This year, the Hornets come in number 7 in the OSAA 4A computer rankings with a 5-1 record. Banks, meanwhile, number 6 in the OSAA 3A computer rankings with a 7-2 record. Last year, Banks was the defending 3A champion. This year, Henley is the defending 4A champion. Looks like we're about ready for action here. It's going to be Modine, Preston Shade, Anna Harper, Lily Fassell, and Michaela Schroeder starting for the Hornets. For Banks, looks like it's going to be Emily Graham, Jordan Maller, Nyla Vantham, Jade Janacek, and McKenna King. This is game 1 of 3 this weekend for Henley. They will face 5A Caldera, tomorrow at 3:30, and 3A Valley Catholic on Saturday at 10 a.m. We'll have all of those games for you here on mybasin.com. Matt Bowling here, glad to be with you as we get this one underway. Harper versus King for the tip-off, and the Hornets win it. Here's Shade, throws an interception to King. King the other way with it. Janacek, Vantham, Janacek, Vantham, Maller. They almost lose it in the paint. Corner 3 won't fall for Janacek, and it's rebounded by Fassell. Lily Fassell in transition. Pulls up, misses. Long rebound ends up out of bounds. It was last touched by Banks, so it'll stay with the Hornets. Shade throws an interception. It's King again. Contested by Harper, but she gets it to go off the glass. Harper across midcourt. Almost dispossessed. McKenna King with some tight defense here early. This is Shade looking for space. Shade feeds Schroeder underneath, and she gets Henley on the board. Inbounding is King. Gets it to Maller. Back to King. Hands it off to Vantham. And that's going to be a turnover. Henley ball. It's like a 10-second violation? Yeah, they're going to say that's a 10-second violation. Harper throws it into Fassell. And Banks head coach Nick Rizzo strongly disagreeing with the call there as they feed Schroeder underneath. Too strong off the glass. She gets her own miss and draws a foul. Henley turns it over. Thrown into King. Vantham in transition. Dish out to Janicek for a corner three that connects. Jade Janicek had 9 points on 3 triples in that game against Henley here at the Sisters Shootout last year. Not somebody you want to leave open. Shade throwing down to Schroeder. Schroeder kicks it back out to Modine. Her three rattles off the rim. Emily Graham grabs the board. Nyla Vantham. They down low to Maller. Her shot's blocked by Harper. Comes back to Vantham with space. Pulls up, misses. Fassell grabs the board. Trouble in the backcourt. Modine picked up by Janicek. Modine looking for space. Has it slapped away from her. McKenna King takes it the other way. King looking to drive on Harper. And she puts it in off the glass. Banks with a 7-2 lead here. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Shade. Fassell. Intercepted. McKenna King. Ahead to Vantham. Vantham. That pass was tipped out by Fassell. Now Bailey Ladner is going to check in for Anna Harper. Maller looking to inbound. Passes too high and taken away. Shade dishes to Ladner. She dishes to Schroeder. Schroeder through 2 defenders gets the bucket to go. The referee is stopping play to reset the shot clock. But there you see the strength of Michaela Schroeder. Up to Graham. Now Vantham. Vantham looking to go down low. It's taken away. Loose ball out of bounds. It will stay with Henley. We're right about halfway through the first quarter. Hornets down 7-4. Inbound to Fassell. Handoff to Shade. Ladner pulls up, connects. Vantham to inbound. Into Malis Crowell. Crowell almost has her pocket picked by Shade, but Shade's going to get called for the foul. Senya Campos checking in for Kennedy Modine. Turnover. Well, they've given Henley another point on the scoreboard here at Sisters. We'll update ours to reflect that. Vantham. Maller. Crowell. Thrown into the paint, tipped out, taken away. Both teams with some tough defense inside the arc early, making it tough to complete those passes. Now Campos looking to drive underneath. She throws it up and draws a foul. Okay, they've taken the point back. It is a 7-6 lead for Banks, but Senya Campos can change that with these free throws. Campos, the younger sister of Annie Campos, Was a 4A Player of the Year last year, is now playing at Oregon Tech. She goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. (7-7), 3:03 to go in the first quarter. They throw it into Nyla Vantham. Kick it out for a corner three from Crowell that's too short. Vantham grabs the rebound. Now it's in the hands of Janasek. Over to Phillips. Janasek floats it to Crowell. Vantham whips it cross court to Janasek. On the baseline is Phillips. Vantham, mid-range for King, off the rim. Shade gets the rebound. And here come the Hornets. Vassell with space for a three. No good. Schroeder the board, and she's fouled. Michaela Schroeder, freshman, has recorded 3 straight double-doubles. Had 15 points, 18 rebounds in Henley's 64-30 win over Lakeview on Monday. She goes 2 for 2 from the line. Henley's got the lead for the first time today. Here's Vantham. Pass off the mark for Phillips, but it was tipped. Tipped again by Vassell, and that's a wide open layup for her. Lily Vassell, perhaps Henley's best defender. They get it away from her there, but the three won't go for Crowell. Ahead to Schroeder, and she's going to get called for the travel. Pass was a little too hot for her to receive cleanly. But it's still a 4-point lead for Henley. 1:47 left in the first quarter. This is Phillips. Now Vantham. Swinging around the perimeter. Here's Crowell. Into Vantham. Vantham drives. A tough bucket for the sophomore. Thrown into Campos. Campos goes the distance. Senya Campos gets it at half court, goes straight to the rack. Back up to a 4-point lead for Henley as Vantham shot clanks off the back iron. Put back and one for Jordan Maller. Maller, a senior, was second team All-Coastal Range League for the Braves last season. Misses the free throw. Campos in transition. Campos thought about a three. Instead swings it to Harper, too strong off the glass. Schroeder fighting for the board. It's loose. Vassell can't pick it up, but it's out of bounds. Last touched by Henley. .7 seconds left on the clock. Preston Shade will inbound. Harper. Vassell. Over to Campos. Campos drives. Nice dish to Schroeder for the bucket. Tremendous pass there by Campos. Gets it back to a 4-point lead for Henley. On the other end, dish underneath out of bounds was Sydney Phillips. 30 seconds even on the clock here in the first quarter. Harper looking to inbound. Intercepted. She might get it back, but it falls into the hands of King. Now here's Evans. Foul called on tight defense there by Shade. Trying to take it away from Phillips. 21 seconds on the clock. Jade Janasek is going to inbound it for Banks. Janasek right underneath. Foul called. Sydney Phillips earns a trip to the free throw line. Phillips listed at 5'10", only a sophomore. Misses the first free throw. Michaela Schroeder checks out for Henley. As Sydney Phillips prepares for her second free throw. That one's good. 20 seconds left. Inbound to Campos. Here's Senya Campos. Underneath. Harper in trouble. Foul called. Harper goes to the ground hard. 11.5 seconds. Foul is on Banks. Both teams have now been called for 4 fouls this quarter. Underneath. Reverse layup won't go for Harper. She gets another chance at it. Misses. Here's Fassell on the putback attempt that won't fall. Out of bounds. Off of a Henley player. Banks will get it back, but they'll only have 2.9 seconds to get a shot off. King throws it into Janasek. Janasek at half court. A heave is well short. So we'll end the first quarter with Henley holding a 15-12 lead here at Sisters. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com.
Not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Well, in last year's game between these two teams, we started the second quarter with Banks ahead 7-5. A lot more scoring in this one early. Henley almost turns it over. Harper able to rescue it. Pass to Modine is off target and out of bounds. Thrown into Vantham. Janasek. Over to Graham. Now Vantham. This is King. In the corner is Janasek. Now Vantham. Vantham looking to drive. The floater well off the mark. And Senya Campos gets the board. Throws it ahead to Fassell. Campos, deep three. Off the mark. Fassell is there for the board. Barely misses the and one as the shot stays out. Fassell will have 2 free throws, though. In that game against Lakeview on Monday, she led Henley with 21 points, including 13 in the second quarter. She's also had 10 steals, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Again, one of Henley's elite defenders. Misses the second free throw. Harper gets it back, puts it up, misses. Ladner underneath, can't get it to go. Another chance for Harper, and she'll shoot 2 free throws. 2 early fouls on Banks here in the first minute of the second quarter. Harper, second free throw rattles out, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Henley. McKenna King couldn't keep it in. So now another possession for the Hornets. Campos into Fasel. Kicks it to Modine. Modine looking for space. Over to Ladner. In the corner, Fasel for 3. Way too long. Caught in the corner by Crowell. And Banks finally gets the ball back. Nyla Vantham in transition. Now Crowell underneath. She loses it. Fasel gets it to Modine. Modine bounces it to Harper. Out to an open Fasel. Her 3 misses. Rebounded by King. Crowell sends it ahead to Janasek. Back to Crowell. Now King. King fouled. Kenna King rattles in her first free throw. 6:20 to go in the first half. King 2 for 2 from the line. And it's a 3-point game. Henley having some trouble getting it out of the backcourt. They beat the press. Schroeder off target was Modine trying to get it back to her. King will inbound. Vantham. Over to Crowell. Back to Vantham. Pass into the paint taken away by Harper for a moment. It results in a loose ball. Banks regains possession. This is Vantham. Over to King. King drives, puts it up. It rolls off the rim. Out of bounds. Henley ball. Harper. Inbounds to Shade. Shade fouled. Third foul on Banks this quarter. The inbound to Shade. Throws it up to Fasel. Now Harper. Harper with space. Floater. Won't go. Schroeder grabs the board. She has her shot blocked. Fasel is there to clean it up. Fasel pressuring on the inbound now. King picked up by Schroeder. Dishes it to Vantham. She whips it out to Janasek for a wide open 3. Got it. Shade. Modine for 3. Answer is off the mark. Rebound tapped around, pulled in by King. King to Vantham. Vantham, King. 4:50 to go. Top of the key 3 off the mark for Crowell. Shade. Weaving her way through the defense. Shade off the mark. Banks able to keep the rebound in somehow. Wide open ahead is Evie, but she blows the layup. This is Shade. Shade. Back to Modine. Modine just inside the top of the arc. Bank is open. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Henley up 21-17 here at the Sisters Shootout. McKenna King looking baseline. Janasek Janasek in the corner, drives, puts it up, off the side of the backboard. Banks ball. McKenna King will inbound for the Braves. Vantham to Crowell. Crowell tries a three, airballs it. Preston Shade just watches it go out of bounds. And Henley will get it back. Shade. Pass tipped, intercepted. Vantham. Oh, man. Nyla Vantham nearly with the bucket of the game there. But it pops out, and it will be 2 free throws for the superstar sophomore. Vantham was Banks' leading scorer last year as a freshman. She averaged 11 points a game. First team All-Coastal Range League, and was the conference Defensive Player of the Year. She cuts it to a 2-point game with 3:23 remaining. Into Schroeder. Her shot won't go. Second chance and one. And just when you need an answer, there is Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder completes the and one, and Henley's up 5. King on the baseline. Shot won't go. A second chance is off the mark. Third try, no good. Henley finally able to pull it in. That was Clarissa Schertz underneath on the first 2 attempts. King on the third. Campos fouled and will shoot 2. We talked earlier about Senya, younger sister of Annie Campos, 4A Offensive Player of the Year last year. Senya had a great season in her own right, earned honorable mention All-State. Senya, now a junior, makes the second free throw. This is Vantham. She gets it to Janasek. Schertz. Janasek pulls a 3. Bang! That is her third 3 of the first half. Ladner pulls up. Misses. Vantham bumped. Gets it to Janasek. Gets it back. Now a corner 3 by Naomi Brown is off the mark. Modine grabs the board. Sends it over to Campos. Modine misses the 3. Schroeder, the putback, won't go. Schertz pulls down the board. Gets it to Vantham. Minute 53 on the clock. Underneath. Turnaround misses for Phillips. Now Ladner. Out to Fassell. Mid-range. Rattles out. Vantham. Corner 3 for Brown. Off the back rim. Vantham is there, burying the mid-range on the second chance. Henley's lead cut to 1. A minute 20 left in the first half. This is Campos. Bounces it to Modine. And she travels. Trying to evade Clarissa Schertz. And turns it over. Banks can get the lead back on this possession with 1:11 remaining until halftime. Here's Vantham. Brown. Phillips. It rolls in. 26-25. Banks back in the lead. 53 seconds to go in the first half. On the block, Harper. Back out to Fasel for a three. No good. Campos grabs the rebound. Campos, through two defenders, gets the turnaround to drop. Vantham. Euro. Oh, my. They gave her plenty of room, and she made them pay. Campos tries a three. Off the back iron. Vantham skies in for the rebound and draws a foul. Nyla Vantham is shaping up to be a special player for this Banks program. Brooklyn Evans travels. 10.4 seconds on the clock. Henley could regain the lead going into halftime. Ladner to inbound. Fasel. 8 seconds. To Modine. 5 seconds. Modine to Ladner. Turn around. Way off. And that is how we will end the first half. Banks 28, Henley 27. As we head to the locker room here at Sisters. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're good.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Halftime here at Sisters, and it's 3A Banks leading the defending 4A champion Henley 28-27. Got your halftime scoring here. Jay Janicek leads Banks with 9 points, all on made threes. That actually matches her entire scoring line, or her scoring line from the entire game last season between these two teams. She's followed by Nyla Vantham, the sophomore, with 8. McKenna King has 6. Sydney Phillips has 3. And Jordan Maller has 2. For Henley, Michaela Schroeder in the lead with 11 points, followed by Senya Campos with 6. Lily Fassell has 5. Kennedy Modine and Bailey Ladner both have 2. And Anna Harper has 1. Bit less of a rock fight than last year's game, in which Henley led Banks 18-16 at the half. Both teams been looking to push it in transition, but have had some trouble at times getting the ball into the paint. Some good size and length on both ends of the floor. Strong defense. Banks 7-2 on the season. Although they've lost 2 of their past 3, although all 3 of those were against 4A teams. They lost 53-49 at Tillamook on December 19th, won 50-26 at Scappoose on the 21st, and lost at Astoria, who was Henley's opponent in the state championship game last season, 42-37. Other wins for the Braves this year: Wilhelmina, Jefferson, De La Salle North Catholic, Pleasant Hill, Regis, and Valley Catholic. For Henley, as we mentioned earlier, they're coming off a 64-30 win over 3A Banks on Monday. They've also beaten 3 California teams, all at the Wairika Invitational: Orland, McKinleyville, and Del Norte. Well, 4 California teams, actually. They hosted Wairika on December 19th and won 72-29. It was a good bounce back from an 83-54 loss at 5A number 1 Crater on December 17th, 2 days prior. Hornets did not have Anna Harper for that Crater game. They've got 2 more 5A teams on the schedule for the regular season, for this season, does Henley. They'll face Caldera tomorrow and take a trip to Summit on the 15th. For now, though, they will try to get back in front of a very well-constructed Banks squad here at the Sisters Shootout. Matt Bowling here with you on mybasin.com. There's under 2 minutes to go until halftime, or till the second half. We'll take a quick break, bring you the action on the other side here on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between. We keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Back with you here at Sisters as we prepare to start the second half. Henley trailing Banks 28-27. Rematch of last year's contest here at Sisters between these two teams that was won on a Kennedy Modine three-pointer with about 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Could we see a similarly thrilling finish here in this one? Banks with possession to start things off. Here's Vantham. Vantham looking for a lane, kicks it to Graham. Graham dribbles in, takes a pull-up and connects. Fassell to Shade. Modine open for a three. No good. Out of bounds. It will stay with the Hornets. Shade throws it to Harper. Modine whips it cross court to Fassell. Back over to Modine. Down low, Schroeder fouled. Kind of talked about how great Schroeder has been for this Henley basketball team. She was also great for the Hornets volleyball team this fall. Led the team in blocks and kills. Earned first team All-Skyline Conference honors. Helped Henley get back to the state tournament after missing it the previous year. Here's Vantham. Vantham tried to whip it on the block. But it was too hot. This is Shade. Over to Harper. Kick out to Fassell. It pops out of her hands. Vantham brings it up. Guarded by Modine. Phillips over to Graham. Now Vantham. Janasek. Graham. Janasek, or Vantham, over to King. King drives, kicks, Janasek. King Contested. Misses. Harper pulls it down. Fired ahead to Shade. She's got space. The long two rattles in. We're tied as Modine tries to force a turnover on the inbound. It will stay with the Braves. Tipped out. Henley ball. Deep three, Modine, way off. Schroeder is there to save it, but her shot won't fall. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Vantham with the and one. Vantham completes the and one, and it's a 3-point lead for Banks. Vassell looking to go down low for Schroeder, but it was too far in front of her. Vantham takes it the other way. Vantham probing. They go down low to Phillips, and she travels. Kennedy Modine checks out for Senya Campos. Shade. Into the corner. They go to Harper. Shade gets it back. Shade drives, floater off the rim. Rebound is taken away by Graham. Vantham ahead to Janasek. The dish to King. There's a bucket. 5-point lead for Banks. Campos mishandles it. It's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it with Henley. Campos will inbound now. Floats it to Harper. Shade. Vassell. Harper. Vassell, baseline drive. Can't finish. Rebound is contested and pulled away by King. McKenna King sprinting the floor. Shovels it ahead and out of bounds. 4:47 to go in the third quarter. Melis Crowell is going to check in for Jade Janasek. Shade. Campos wide open. Misses the three. Phillips grabs the rebound. Vantham to Graham. Back to Vantham. Over to King. King trying to find a lane. Mishandles the ball. Gets it out to Graham. She pulls up. Misses. Schroeder the board. Shade. Three for Vassell. Off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. It will belong to the Braves. Graham in the corner. Crowell swinging around the perimeter. Vantham to King. King with a lane to the basket. Can't finish. Harper fights for the rebound. Now here's Shade. Gets a screen from Harper. Crowell on her. Pass off the hands of Harper and into the hands of Banks. This is Graham. Got to get it across midcourt. Vantham. In the corner, Crowell. Down on the block. Phillips scoring over Schroeder. And Banks has their biggest lead of the day. It's 7 points. Wide open is Fussell, but she doesn't take the three. Instead, she gives it to Campos, who drives and misses on the and one. It will be 2 free throws for Senya Campos, though. 3:12 on the clock here in the third quarter. Makes the first one. Multiple subs in for both teams. 5 on the floor for Henley is going to be Modine, Shade, Campos, Ladner, and Schroeder. For Banks, it's Janasek, Crowell, Naomi Brown, Sydney Phillips, and Clarissa Schertz, who has it knocked out of bounds. Janasek looking to inbound. Gets it up top to Phillips. Brown in the corner, Janasek. Janasek up to Brown. Brown drives. Well short on the shot. Campos. Over to Shade. Back across court to Campos. Looking at a baseline drive. Campos, skyhook pops out. She gets her own miss. Back into the corner. Now a floater off the side of the backboard. I'll say it was touched by Banks before going out. It will stay with Henley. Campos to inbound. Open in the corner. Shade misses the three. Campos gets the miss and puts it back. Back down to a 3-point game. Crowell to Janasek. Crowell doubled. Gets it to Phillips. Open for three. Janasek misses. Crowell grabs the offensive board, though. Janasek gets it back. Crowell, guarded by Shade, puts it up and in. The other way, Shade, guarded by Crowell, gets fouled. 1:28 to go in the third quarter. More subs for both teams. Michaela Schroeder coming to the bench for Henley. Sent in, Harper. Campos. Campos! Can't finish at the rim, but it was a great drive. Vantham to Evans. Out to Vantham. In the corner, Evans misses the three. A minute left in the third quarter. Henley down 5. Shade trying to go coast to coast. It rolls off. Put back by Harper, bounces in. Back to a 3-point game. 41 seconds left in the third. Vantham misses the three. Rebounded by Janasek. Kicked out to Evans, who misses the mid-range, and Harper grabs that board. Shade. Campos with space. Buries the three. And we are tied. Harper called for a foul during the shot. It will count. But Banks will have a chance to go back on top with 18.3 seconds left in the third. Nyla Vantham Lily Evie. Janasek, not sure what she was trying to do there. Ladner with an easy interception. 5 seconds left. Campos misses the three. And we will head to the fourth quarter tied at 39. Buckle up, folks. It looks like it's going to come down to the wire between these teams for the second year in a row. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
$39-39 as we start the fourth quarter here at Sisters. Last year, Henley led 33-24 going into the fourth. But Banks went on a 10-1 run over the first 3:18 of the final period. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to Banks. This is Vantham. Janasek in the corner, Vantham. King. Janasek throws it, tipped out of bounds. 18 seconds on the shot clock. It'll stay with Banks. Vantham looking to inbound, able to get it underneath, and cashing in is McKenna King. Here's Shade. Slips past Janasek. Over to Modine. Her three is good. Henley in front, 42-41. 7:15 on the clock. On the other end, a cutting King has it roll off the rim. Shade brings it across. Over to Fassell. Thought about a three. Gets it back to Shade. Over to Modine. Bobbled and recovered. Modine to Shade. Fassell. Back to Shade. Now Harper. Modine. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shade for three. Off the back rim. Maller pulls down the rebound. Vantham finds a lane, puts it up and in. Banks back in front. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Modine on the other end trying to answer, could not. Schroeder with a tremendous effort for the rebound, but loses the ball. Foul called on the baseline. First of the quarter on Henley. Anna Harper will check out for Bailey Ladner. 6:10 to go in regulation. Vantham to Graham. King blocked. Bailey Ladner got her hand on it. Now Shade. Fassell. Baseline, pull up, mid-range, off the mark. Shade comes in for the rebound. She gets around the defense, too strong off the glass. Schroeder is fouled. 5:41 on the clock. Michaela Schroeder can tie the game or give Henley the lead again. First one rattles in. Senya Campos checking back in for Preston Shade. Schroeder buries the second free throw, and Henley has a 1-point lead. Here's Vantham. Janasek. Guarded by Fasel. Gets it to Vantham. Vantham. And a foul called on the drive. I think they're going to get Modine for it. It's Henley's second. Maller. Into Vantham. Vantham looking for space. Kicks it to King. In the corner, Janasek. Fouled on the shot. The basket is good, and Jay Janasek will have the chance for a 4-point play. 5:19 remaining. She makes it. Henley goes from up 1 to down 3. To Ladner. Modine, Ladner, Fasel. Around the perimeter they go. Fasel for 3. Got it! And we are tied once again inside 5 minutes to go. On the block. Turnaround won't fall for Maller. It's tipped to Janasek, who pulls a 3 and misses. Modine grabs the rebound. Fasel. Campos wide open. Rims out. Out of bounds. It will stay with Henley. 4.5 minutes to go. Campos inbounding. Looking. Up top. Modine. Off the back rim. Janasek the rebound. Janasek ahead to Vantham. Vantham gets past Modine. Puts up a contested floater that's off the rim. And Maller commits the foul. Trying to go for the rebound. She'll check out for Sydney Phillips. Here's Fasel. Now Modine. Guarded by Janasek. Modine in trouble. And Henley calls timeout. We are tied at 47 with 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, you go back to last year. This was tied at 34 at around the same point in the fourth quarter. There were 5 lead changes after that, with the last one coming on Kennedy Modine's game winner. Preston Shade getting set to inbound. Into Harper. Now Campos. Campos will drive and get fouled. Big free throws here for Senya Campos. Makes the first one. She had 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in Henley's win over Lakeview on Monday. Misses the second free throw. Here's Vantham. Janasek trying to direct traffic. Intercepted momentarily by Fasel, but loses it. Vantham gets it back, sends it to Graham, who nails the three. Oh, what a turn of events that was. Banks up by 2. Shade looking to answer. Sends it off the bottom of the backboard, but Harper is fouled on the putback attempt. Michaela Schroeder getting set to check back in. Harper misses the first free throw. Banks will take a timeout before the second free throw. 3:22 to go here on mybasin.com.
Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Anna Harper will shoot one free throw coming out of this timeout. Henley trailing 50-48 with 3:22 remaining. Hornets are currently ranked number 7 in 4A in the OSAA computer rankings. Banks number 6 in 3A. Now, games against teams within one classification are counted for the OSAA computer rankings. So whichever one of these teams pulls this one out could stand to gain some serious benefits in terms of seeding come playoff time. Vantham. Picked up by Schroeder. Whips it into King. Well off. Campos shovels it ahead to Schroeder. Stops, pops, and gets it to go. Banks wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. This game is tied again. 2:47 to go. A block on the other end. Lily Fasel getting some big props from Anna Harper after that one. A serious swat. Banks retains possession, though. Thrown nearly into the backcourt. McKenna King recovers. Gets it back to Vantham. Nyla Vantham, guarded by Fasel. Passes too high, out of bounds. Henley ball. 2:33 on the clock. Here's Fasel to Harper. With space, Harper down low, bounces off the leg of Schroeder, and Henley's called for the foul. It's on Harper. That's Henley's fourth. Both teams now with 4 fouls. So every foul from here on out will be free throws. 2:24 remaining. Banks gets the ball back. Vantham. Guarded by Fasel. In the corner, Janasek. Out to Vantham. Up top, King. King drives past Schroeder. Can't get it to go over Ladner. Shade. To Modine. 2 minutes remaining. Modine into Schroeder. Turnaround. Comes up short. Gets her own miss. Put back rolls in. 52-50. A minute 45. Here's Vantham. Vantham! Taken away by Modine, but it's sent back to her. Vantham airmails the pass underneath, and that's a turnover. Henley gets it back up 2 with a minute 39 to go. Inbound to Shade. Shade, guarded by Vantham. Looking down low for Schroeder. Schroeder fouled. A minute 26 on the clock. 2 free throws coming for Michaela Schroeder. She can make this a 2-possession game. Makes the first. Referee conferring with the scorer's table. I think they just wanted Lily Fassell to tuck her jersey in, maybe? Schroeder's second free throw is good. 4-point lead for Henley. Thrown into Janasek. Full court press. Vantham gets past Fassell. Fassell picks her pocket. Tapped right to Preston Shade. Shade on with Janasek on her. Shade. And that's a turnover. Timeout Banks. Braves trailing 54-50 with a minute 3 to go. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley Basketball on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography. $54-50. Henley trying to hold on with a minute 3 to go. Banks has the ball. King to inbound. Gets it to Vantham. Vantham to Janasek. Janasek looking for space. King, Vantham, down low. King misses the layup. Schroeder gets the rebound. Banks has to foul. They might be trying to foul Shade. Fassell with it. Modine hands it to Shade, and finally they foul her. 29.5 seconds off the clock. Or on the clock. Henley able to take a lot of time off with that one. Preston Shade sank some huge free throws late in Henley's win over Banks last year. And she hits the first one here. Two for two. Henley up 6, 29.5 on the clock. Vantham. Guarded by Fassell, and Banks will call timeout.
But barring something extraordinary, it looks as if Henley's going to pull this one out. 22.3 seconds on the clock. They lead by 6. Trailed by as much as 7. Ladner, Modine, Schroeder, Shade, and Fassell are the 5 on the court for Henley as they look to close things out. Janasek, Graham, Vantham, King, and Phillips are the 5 for Banks. They get it to Vantham. Corner 3, Graham is blocked. Fassell with another one. 16.8 seconds. Underneath. King lays it in. And another timeout called by the Braves. We'll step aside too. I'm Matt Bowling. This is Henley Basketball on mybasin.com.
Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
15 seconds left. Henley up by 4. Preston Shade to inbound. She'll be guarded by McKenna King. Shade looking. It's out of bounds. Henley ball. They nearly turn it over, but Brooklyn Evans can't keep it in bounds. 13.5 on the clock. Shade chucks it to Schroeder, and Schroeder is fouled. Probably not who you want shooting free throws if you're Banks. I believe she's been perfect from the line today. 12 seconds on the clock. Even if she misses both, it'll still be a 2-possession game. She knocks the first one in. Second free throw for Schroeder, and it's in. 6-point lead for Henley with 12 seconds to go. Here's Nyla Vantham. In the corner, Graham. Vantham drives, fouled, and will shoot 2. Well, we've talked plenty about Nyla Vantham, the basketball player. She's a 2-sport athlete at Banks. Also a great soccer player, was instrumental in helping the Braves reach the 3A, 2A, 1A semifinals this fall. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. Senya Campos will inbound. Gets it to Modine. She hands it off to Schroeder, and they call a jump ball. The possession arrow will keep it with Henley. 4.6 seconds on the clock. Inbound to Shade, and it will be Shade to the free throw line. Shade knocks in the free throw. Well, since we're talking about great soccer players, might as well mention that Preston Shade was first-team All-Skyline Conference this fall. Helped Henley win its first playoff game since 2015. Traveling is called, and with 1.6 seconds on the clock, you'd think Henley is just going to let this run out. Tapped into Shade, and that will do it. For the second year in a row, the Hornets pull out a tight one over Banks. I'm Matt Bowling. We'll take a break. Get you your final scoring on the other side. Don't go away just yet. Got a little more for you here on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Henley 60, Banks 53. Another great matchup between these two teams. Hornets closing it out on a 12-3 run. No buzzer-beating heroics required this time. We are still awaiting the final scoring here. It looks like we've got it. Okay. We'll start with Henley. Michaela Schroeder, the freshman, finishing with 22 points, followed by Senya Campos with 14, Lily Fassell with 8, Preston Shade with 6, Kennedy Modine with 5, Anna Harper with 3, and Bailey Ladner with 2. For Banks, it was Nyla Vantham with 14, Jade Janisek with 13, Graham and Phillips, McKenna King with 12, Emily Graham and Sydney Phillips with 5 each, and Malis Crowell and Jordan Maller with 2 each. That is your final scoring for this one. We will see you back here tomorrow as Henley faces 5A Caldera at 3:30. I'm Matt Bowling. You've been watching Henley Basketball on mybasin.com.